Hey guys, it's Sim and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 29th of March 2021 to talk about everything that went down tonight on Monday Night Raw. Now, as far as tonight's Monday Night Raw does go, I thought the show was all right. I thought it could have been better. And, I mean, we'll get into it, but I felt like they could have done a better job with a couple of different things on tonight's Raw. There were a couple of what the hell is this? Just crap segments. More than I would have liked to see on this show. So it's just like, come on, WWE. You're building up to WrestleMania in less than 2 weeks. And this is the crap you're putting out? No. And we'll get all into it because right now you're watching either on twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited or youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited. And we greatly appreciate that. Housekeeping here. Remember, if you are watching on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways, either by hitting that donate button down below or donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, you can help us out by becoming a subscriber right here on Twitch, one of two different ways. You can subscribe either with a tiered subscription or with Amazon Prime, because if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming. With Prime Gaming, you get one free subscription to any Twitch channel that you want to subscribe to throughout the month, and we'd greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to us right here, PWU Unlimited, with that free subscription, because it's not costing you anything extra if you're already paying Amazon. It's just wasted money. With that, if you're watching on YouTube, you can help us out a couple of different ways. If you're watching live, you can help out with a super chat or a super sticker donation. All super chat donations do get read live on the air. Also, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel as a channel member. As a channel member, you get early access to not only non-news videos, but news stories as well. We put one up last week about the Bad Bunny Miz match, trying to work on another one for this week as well. Plus, as a channel member, you get a cool badge next to your name in the live chat and emojis you can use as well. Also, remember, if you want to be part of tonight's show, you can do so by texting in to 510-906-1341. Again, that number is 510-906-1341. We're going to let a couple more people trickle in here as we get our polls going. What did you think of tonight's Raw? I liked it. It was, excuse me, all right. I didn't like it. Poll is live on Twitch. Click that there. Do the same poll here on YouTube. If it wants to load. Come on. There we go. Liked it. It was all right. Oh, no. What just happened? Twitch is, or YouTube's not wanting me to do a poll. This is not, end poll. Put up a, okay, here we go. Now let's try. That was weird. I liked it. It was all right. I didn't like it. Now the correct poll is up. That was very weird. That was very weird. It threw up like polls I didn't even make. But with that, guys, we're here to talk about Monday Night Raw. And the show kicked off with the WWE Champion. Well, actually, no, I digress. The show kicked off with Sheriff Schreiber approaching Drew Mcintyre as he arrived at the building earlier in the day. She asked him about Bobby Lashley's bounty. Excuse me, let me take a drink here. She asked Drew about Bobby Lashley's bounty. McIntyre said anyone considering the offer could wonder if Lashley was a man of his word. Basically saying, yeah, if you try to take me out, Lashley ain't going to give you a title shot. He then dared anyone to come after him. This would then lead to the opening of the show, where we did see the Hurt Business come out. Well, Lashley and MVP. MVP and Lashley would walk down, just the two of them. MVP didn't want people to think that they were just being so generous. They just thought that McIntyre has already had his opportunity, and it's time for a new challenger to come into the picture. He asked if anybody was willing to step up, and nobody responded. MVP said that there were two who tried to get this opportunity, and they failed. He then showed Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander losing in a handicap match last week on Raw. Bobby then took the mic and tried to say some stuff, and this wasn't good. Bobby Lashley felt really off in his promo tonight. I don't know what was going on, but Lashley said that he was embarrassed that they lost last week and lost the tag titles as well. He can't count on them anymore and refused to associate himself with incompetence. MVP said they failed miserably. Alexander and Benjamin would come out, and Alexander said that they could have done this privately. Benjamin wondered if they brought them out here just to embarrass them. Benjamin fired up and reminded Lashley they always had his back, and he was champion because of them. MVP tried to settle down the situation when Lashley would deck Alexander. Benjamin took down Lashley, but a brawl ended with Lashley giving Benjamin a flatliner. Lashley said the Hurt Business is over as far as Benjamin and Alexander are concerned. So, in the back, Schreiber asked Riddle why he thinks Sheamus attacked him with his scooter last week. Riddle said he didn't know. Maybe Sheamus had a tummy ache or just didn't have a soul. Riddle said he was pissed off. As pissed off as if you drop your burrito. You got that sweet burrito. You've been waiting all day to eat it, and then you drop it on the floor and realize you can't eat your burrito. Riddle then noticed Titus O'Neil and scooted on over to him. He asked him if he was going to roast a pig in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania because he's the roast of WrestleMania. And Titus goes, no. I'm a co-host. And Riddle goes, you're the co-host of the roast? And I go, oh, fuck, we got another truth. Now he's messing up words on purpose. We've got another fucking R-Truth on our hands. This is what R-Truth does. He messed up a name one time, and now his gimmick is messing up names. So WWE now thinks that's funny. Vince finds it hilarious, and now they're doing it with Riddle. What the bejesus? Riddle asked about him. As Riddle talked to himself about food, Sheamus then ran in and decked him, just clobbering him into some production boxes. I'll see you in the ring, fella. This then led to Alexander and Benjamin confronting Adam Pearce. Benjamin wanted a match with Lashley tonight. Excuse me. Alexander cut a really good promo. He was like, yeah, Shelton wants him tonight, and if there's anything left of Bobby Lashley, I want him next week. And Pearce is like, so you guys want to face Lashley? Well, I gotta talk to Bobby about it. And Cedric just goes off. Oh, you gotta talk to Bobby about this? What, you gotta conform with him just like you gotta do with Roman? Don't you make the matches? Don't you make the matches? And Pearce kind of looks at him. And Alexander and Benjamin go to walk off, and Alexander just goes, why don't you grow a pair and make the match? We then learn that Samoa Joe is not on commentary tonight. MVP will be joining Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton. And unless there's a gimmick here, unless there's a storyline with Joe not being on commentary, Joe is not expected for commentary next week either, as next week's show was actually supposed to be filmed before tonight's show. Going forward, what a 12.5-minute match between Sheamus and the U.S. champion Riddle, non-title match. They're fighting back and forth early on until a cool spot where Riddle ran the ropes to suplex Sheamus off the turnbuckles. Riddle followed this up with the Pele kick, forearm strikes, and an exploder suplex to the chest. And kicks to the chest. He then hit a final flash knee and a senton for a 2. Riddle applied a triangle choke, but Sheamus hoisted him and hit him with a powerbomb. Riddle managed to hold on and apply some sort of a hold, but Sheamus got through the ropes. Sheamus then picked up Riddle on the apron and hit him with a white noise for a very close near fall. Sheamus followed this up with the Alabama Slam for another pin. Sheamus then set up for a brogue kick, but Riddle ran right at him with a knee. Sheamus blocked and hit his own strike to pin Riddle. Very good match, hard hitting action. I really liked this. This is probably one of the better matches of the night. So Sheamus was celebrating. A pissed off Riddle knocked him out of the ring. They then played bro chants over the speaker. Fast forward to later on in the night, they would announce that this is now a match at Mania. Riddle will be defending the WWE United States Championship against Sheamus on, I want to say, night 2. Let me double check that. Dun, 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 dun. It will be taking place on U.S. title match taking place night 2. Which is interesting because it's the same night as the IC title match. I thought they would do 1 and 1. But no. If I saw correctly, and you guys can correct me in the live chat or the comments below, if I saw correctly, they said Riddle, Sheamus, night 2. Kevin Patrick asked Shane McMahon, who was with Elias and Jackson Riker, what he planned to reveal in his quote-unquote expose tonight of Braun Strowman. Shane says he's going to tip his hand, but did say we'd find out something interesting. Going forward, Shane came out to the ring with Elias and Riker. Shane claimed that his knee injury, it was real. He managed to sprint away last week due to adrenaline, and he would recover in time to beat Strowman in Mania. Shane posted Braun's, not real name of course, 5th grade report card on the Titantron. He received a D- in social studies and in math, a D in English, and a D+ in gym class. This segment was horrific. This was just the dirt worst. The card had notes from some of his teachers. It was even signed by Miss Strowman. He also posted a Photoshop of Strowman wearing a dunce cap, and it said 2 + 2 = 5. And then under it was written, I am not stupid, like 4 times. Strowman had seen enough, and he marched out to the ring for a scheduled match with Jackson Riker. They then cut to break. They come back, and Strowman's still in the ring with his music playing. They tell us, scan the QR code on your screen now, and you can get the WWE Network on Peacock with ads for only $2.50. Also, if you guys are unaware, I talked about this on Friday's review of SmackDown. If you have Xfinity, I don't know if it works for Cox, but if you have Xfinity and you link that with your Peacock account, when you go to sign up for the premium non-ads version of Peacock, they actually have that knocked down 50% as well, $5. So you can either spend $5 for ads or $5 without ads. Now, granted, if you have Xfinity or Cox, you get the with ads version free included in your cable package. So that's something cool to look at. You can get the with ads version for free if you have Xfinity cable, but you can get the no ads version for $5, which is cheaper than you've ever paid for the WWE Network. Now, I don't know if that's just a promotion they're running right now or if that's going to be something forever, but it said when I did it, $5 a month. It didn't say $5 for your first month or $5 now or special promotion. It just said Xfinity, Comcast account linked, premium, without ads, $5. So, hey, I'm not complaining. $5, that's cheaper than I was ever paying for the WWE Network. That saves me $5 a month. So this match only lasted 2.5 minutes. Braun Strowman versus Jackson Riker. Strowman won quickly with a power slam. They also did the spot where he runs around the ring and shoulder tackles people, but they did it again this week. They played the frickin' train sounds. So dumb. And then Tom Phillips goes, that's WWE's answer to Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is a show on TNT. I've never seen it, but it's apparently from the commercials and the trailer and stuff, it looks like some train that people are living on in a snow world. I don't even know. If anyone knows what Snowpiercer is, let me know. Alex Cavallos in the chat says, I did the $5 deal for the next 4 months with no ads. So it's only for 4 months? Or is that you paid 4 months at a time? Let me know. Because I saw it just said $5 per month. So I don't know if it was just for 4 months as you're saying, or if you did something different to get the 4 months. All right, going forward. Sorry, I was trying to see if he was going to say anything else about that. Because it is an interesting thing that if you have Xfinity cable, you can get Peacock for half the price. And that's not just the cheap version. That's the without ads version. Which, trust me, watching TV shows nowadays with commercials, it just feels weird. I was watching King of Queens and George Lopez on Peacock, and that's when I go, man, I don't want to sit through these commercials, these ads. I'm just going to pay it now. I was going to wait till my WWE network expired, but I said, screw it, fuck it, whatever. But yeah, you can get Peacock for $5, the no ads version, if you already have Xfinity cable. But with that going forward, Strowman was then attacked from behind by both Shane and Elias, and he chased him off. Shane went to run away, got to the top of the ramp, and Strowman said, whoa, Shane, I think you forgot. Did you forget that you told me I can pick any kind of match I wanted for our match at WrestleMania? And Shane kind of like had this look on his face like, oh, fuck. Uh-oh. And Strowman said, I want something where you can't get away. You can't run from me. And your little goons can't interfere either. At WrestleMania, it's going to be a steel cage match. Jim McMahon kind of had that look on his face like, uh-oh, lump in his throat. And MVP on commentary said, Shane isn't smiling anymore. But then they cut to Shane, and he was, in fact, smiling. Next up, we got another bad segment, The Dirt Sheet with John Morrison and The Miz. And as we reported exclusively right here on PWU Unlimited, the reason this match at WrestleMania between Bad Bunny and The Miz is not a tag team match as it was previously announced or previously rumored to be, because John Morrison is still hurt. If you guys remember, the night after Elimination Chamber, Riddle was the new U.S. champion, and he took on John Morrison. Morrison went for a dive and landed very hard on his knee. He was then seen later that night limping, and he hasn't been cleared since to compete fully. So that's why this has to be a singles match, not a tag team match at WrestleMania. It's unfortunate for Morrison. It's unfortunate for Damian Priest. This is Damian Priest's first WrestleMania. He's going to just be in Bad Bunny's corner. The Miz said Bad Bunny was nominated for a VMA last year, but he didn't win. Morrison said he did win a Grammy, though. And Miz blew that remark right off. He said that he would beat Bad Bunny at WrestleMania. They rambled on for a little bit before introducing their music video for Hey Hey Hop Hop. It's whatever. They said they were in San Juan, Puerto Rico, but you could tell this is filmed in the WWE Thunderdome. So, whatever. Hold on, guys. I may have news here. Wait. Okay. Nothing yet. Terrence Sproul says Snowpiercer is based on the movie with Chris Evans. So they're the same? Are they based on the same thing? Because I know Snowpiercer is a movie Chris Evans did, but I didn't know if they were the same or not. Because I thought, let's see. Boom, boom, Snowpiercer, 2013 movie. I never saw the movie, but I know Chris Evans was in a movie called Snowpiercer. It says the Earth's remaining inhabitants are confined to a single train circling the globe as revolution brew. Yep. Okay, so it is the same story, it seems like. Okay, cool. Going forward, like I said, Miz and Morrison showed their video. It was whatever. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest would come out afterwards. Priest said that Bad Bunny would handle The Miz and Mania. Bad Bunny responded in Spanish. Miz demanded, "What did he say? What did he say?" And Damian Priest was laughing, going, well, you know, he says he's going to make you his bitch. Miz and Morrison jumped out of the ring, and Miz got in Priest's face. Miz said, "Priest ain't going to be here at WrestleMania to protect you." Damian Priest moves and goes, "You want him? Go get him. You want him? Go get him." Bad Bunny knocked out The Miz. John Morrison, of course, kept his distance, didn't get involved. And then when Bad Bunny and Priest jumped in the ring, Morrison went to check on Miz. Bad Bunny then threw a fit and threw the chairs out of the ring. He then broke the poster for the music video, and there you go. Alberto, we reported that over the weekend. Miz was like, "Don't touch my poster. Don't touch my... Oh, you touched my poster. You touched my poster." Like, this was just the dumbest shit. And there was a lot of this dumb shit that didn't need to happen on this show. But regardless, this is all setting up the Miz vs. Bad Bunny, Night 1, WrestleMania. In the back, Randy Orton ran down a list of legends that he's encountered in his career, but stated that none of them compared to The Fiend. Orton tried burning The Fiend only to realize that he wasn't human. He was an abomination straight from hell. Orton said he was glad to learn that what he's dealing with because he finally can put an end to it. Orton said that they were cut from the same cloth, and he knew how far he'll have to reach to ensure that The Fiend is out of his life once and for all. I just can't get over this cough. So next up, WWE Champion Bobby Lashley took on Shelton Benjamin with Cedric at ringside, non-title match. Lashley confronted Alexander, who sprinted to the back. Benjamin caught Lashley with the pay dirt in the ring. This match lasted like 4 minutes. Got a near fall off the pay dirt. Benjamin hit knee strikes, but Lashley cut him off with a spine buster. Lashley hit another spine buster and won with a hurt lock after Benjamin passed out. Interesting that Benjamin didn't tap. They made him pass out. Then we got Kofi and Xavier, and they bumped into AJ and Omos and go, "Hey, tonight's game night. We'd like to see you in the ring. We're going to play some games. We're going to test your team spirit, your teamwork." And I'm like, oh, no. Styles said, "No. He only planned on beating Woods in their match later." They called him a chicken. He said, "Fine, I accept." Going forward, this is when it was announced that Riddle will be defending the title against Sheamus at Mania. And then we get the New Day game night. And oh my God, another fucking horrible segment. So the New Day got all these games set up at ringside, like Jenga and Connect 4 and Uno, and they don't even play the good games. They go, "We're going to do the first game. It's charades." That's charades in French, Xavier Woods would say. This is so dumb. Like, they pulled things out of a little bowl, and apparently production just knew what it said on these small little things that they pulled. Like, all of this was dumb. And so Kingston had to basically, Woods had to guess the name of a specific song and artist, and all Kofi did was piano. Played the piano, and Woods got it. Okay, whatever. Styles pulls one as the Lion King. And he's like pawing himself. He put a crown on his head. And he's like pawing himself like a cat does or whatever. And almost doesn't even try to guess. So they lose. Next game they play is Pictionary, which drew a rocket ship, and Kingston guessed it right. Styles then drew the sun, and it was obvious it was the sun. And again, almost doesn't even try to guess. So they lose. Stupid. New Day then celebrated their win, but almost had enough. Said the only thing that they had to win was their match at WrestleMania, and he planned on showing them what he's capable of. The Woods thanked us for watching, and Styles started chucking the games out of the ring. So Woods said he was mimicking a 3-year-old. Hey, look, it's a 3-year-old. He's throwing a fit. They then aired a clip on social media of a kid pretending to be Hulk Hogan. This was the best thing on the night, or one of. This was better than half. This was better than 75% of the shit on tonight's Monday Night Raw. This kid cutting a promo in front of a Hulk Hogan height chart was better than 75% of the bullshit they wrote for tonight's Raw. Ren King, yes, I love Connect 4 too. That's why I said they didn't play any of the good games. Connect 4 and Uno. Trust me, I play Uno all the time with my kids. Styles didn't screw up Lion King. Almost just didn't fucking guess. He also didn't guess the sun when that's obviously what AJ drew. Like, what the fuck was this? Then we get a 8-minute match between Woods and Woods and AJ that end in a fucking DQ. A fucking DQ. James Beasley. Yes, I watched King of Queens on Peacock. It's one of my favorite shows. I'm on the final season. I just started it beginning of March. I've seen every episode before a million times because I used to watch the reruns. I watched every episode when it was regular on, and then when it went to syndication, I've seen every episode again multiple times. But I love me some King of Queens. Kevin James is my favorite actor. Can't go wrong, Kevin James. Going forward, we had this match that I'm not even going to recap because it's bullshit. There's nothing to recap. They go 8 minutes, and then Almost just interferes and causes a fucking DQ. Almost. Styles on the apron. Woods appeared to be going for a running kick, and it was blocked by Almost. Almost then chucked him into the ring for a DQ. Kingston tried to go after Almost, but Almost caught him and chucked him over the barricade. Styles wiped Woods out into the whipped Woods into Almost, who powerbombed him. Almost then put his foot on Woods, and AJ counted the 3, 1, 2, 3. They showed that Almost can hit a powerbomb, and Byron kept going, I've heard some things from the WWE Performance Center. We're going to be surprised by Almost at WrestleMania. What I've been hearing, Almost is really progressing at the WWE Performance Center. We were going to be surprised by what he can do. This was fucking stupid. Fucking dumb. Like most of tonight's show. Going into WrestleMania, they're booking this. I hope next week's show is better. I doubt it since it was filmed before this bullshit. But we'll see. We then get an okay segment. It's a Snickers commercial. Xavier Woods and Miz are filming a up, up, down, down video. And Miz puts on some VR glasses. And he's got the wands in his hand, which are not even VR wands. And he goes to punch because he's playing a fighting game. And he punches Woods. He then trips, falls, pulls down the set, and they go, "Are you feeling clumsy? Time for a Snickers." And then some guy takes a picture with Miz laying on the ground. Dumb. And then get Alexa's Playground. Alexa Bliss had a Jack in the Box toy. She said this was no ordinary Jack in the Box. Alexa, stop. Of course my Amazon Fire Stick would go off. Not my Amazon Fire Stick, my Amazon Echo. Whatever you want to call it. Bliss gave us a history lesson and let us know they used to call it the devil in a box. She said Orton thought he can get rid of the Fiend, but he's wrong. And now she has her Fiend in a box. She said that Orton didn't know what was next. She gave us a hint. She said at WrestleMania, a legend killer dies. She giggled. She played with her toy. Camera then panned out to reveal the Fiend sitting on the swing next to her. Motionless. Not moving at all. Almost didn't even look like a real human. Going forward, we got a Drew McIntyre segment. This was interesting, but still not all that great. McIntyre's sitting there, and he's getting frustrated, so he says, "Fuck this," and he jumps up out of his chair and backstage, and he walks into the locker room. He's like, "If anybody wants to take me out, here's your opportunity right now. I'm here. Come on, let's go. Let's go." He walks up to Humberto Carrillo and he's like, you want to take me out? No? Okay. And he throws Humberto Carrillo. Then turns around and he looks at Braun Strowman. He's like, come on, big man. Braun Strowman. Braun, you want to take me out? What are you going to do? And Braun gets up and goes, when I finish with Shane McMahon, if you or maybe the WWE champion after WrestleMania, I'll be the first in line to challenge you. Strowman then sits back down. McIntyre turns around and goes, bro, you want to fight me? You want to take me out? And Riddle goes, oh no, man, fighting Sheamus is like a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm completely stuffed. I can't handle anymore. And then fucking Angel Garza tries to attack with the weakest forearm you ever seen. McIntyre looks at him, grabs him, throws him. He then goes over to Drew Gulak. I've seen all your tweets. You've been tweeting at me, calling me out. Well, here, I'm responding now. What are you going to do? Nothing. He then looks at Ricochet. He's like, Ricochet, you want an opportunity? Ricochet stands up and goes, I don't believe in any of that, what Bobby Lashley is saying. But if it's a fight you're looking for, I'm ready to go. Drew goes to walk off, and he looks at Ricochet and goes, all right, I'll see you in the ring. So that sets up for later, Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre. Not a horrible segment, but it really wasn't that good. I mean, we got to see Drew Gulak take a good bump off a headbutt, but that's about it. Next up, we had Naomi versus Shayna Bazler. This wasn't good either. It lasted 2.5 minutes. Naomi went with the cradle after a bunch of fucking distractions. We had Lana at ringside. We had Nia and Reginald at ringside. We had Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke on commentary. Lana then, I guess, throws Lana then throws Nia into the girls at commentary. They get up. They get all pissed off. Dana Brooke goes after Lana. She puts Lana on her shoulders. She tries to throw Lana in the ring. She fumbles at that. Shayna Baszler gets all distracted. Naomi runs up from behind. Pins her. Cradle. Boom. There you go. Commentary, they tease these two teams challenging for the Women's Championship, but said on SmackDown, Natalya and Tamina are also vying for a shot. So this looks like it's going to be a 4-way tag team title match at WrestleMania. I don't know where this is going, but yeah. So in the back after this, there was a weird segment with Asuka and Riddle. They're doing comedy about a scooter. Riddle said, you think people in Japan would like a scooter? And she's like, oh, yeah, I think so. And then she says something, can I have a ride? And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. And then he just rode off. And she kind of looked at him like, what the fuck was that? Okay, then. She looked more confused than ever. She then smiled and laughed. I don't know. They also showed Rhea Ripley, and they said after the break, we're going to get the contract signing. We had a contract signing for Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, Raw Women's title match at WrestleMania. Why do we need a contract signing? No other title match at WrestleMania, or no other match, period, for WrestleMania needs a contract signing. So this doesn't make any fucking sense. But Pierce is in there, and he introduces both women. Ripley made it clear that Asuka was the current champion. You should introduce her as the current champion. Asuka laughed and said, yes, I am the champion. Asuka said, you're overconfident. Ripley said, yes, I'm confident. Confident enough to come out here on my first night on Raw and challenge you to a match at WrestleMania. I want this match. I want the title. I'm signing the contract. She signs the contract. She slides whatever over the contract over to Asuka. Asuka signs it. Asuka called Ripley's confidence borrowed, not earned. She said, you haven't been here long enough to earn this confidence. Asuka was about to say that Ripley wasn't ready for Asuka, but Ripley flipped the table over and hit Asuka in the face with it. As Asuka was selling this, knocked out on the mat, out would come Jackson Baszler, with Reginald, of course. They spoke about how much they've dominated Raw over the past year and wondered why somebody new could just walk right in and get a shot at WrestleMania. But isn't that what Shayna did last year with Becky? She showed up, bit Becky on the neck, and goes, I want a shot at Mania. Anyways, Baszler said that she's kicked Asuka's teeth out before and she can do it again. Nia would then put out the challenge. How about if Asuka can recover and get out from under that table, which she wasn't actually under the table, it's us two against you two next week. Rhea Ripley looks down at Asuka, looks back up and goes, we accept. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? we're getting another match where the WrestleMania challengers have to team up against the women's tag team champions. What kind of bullshit is this for next week's Monday Night Raw? We already saw this shit play out on SmackDown in a bad way. I don't want to see it again. Yes, Pro Wrestling fan, you are right. I remember now. Yes. Shayna did get the title match at WrestleMania because she won the Chamber. I forgot, but now I remember that you said it. But anyways, this is so fucking stupid. Why do we need... Why does Asuka and Rhea have to team? Why? It makes no sense. We saw it with Sasha and Bianca, and it made no sense there. Fans fucking hated it. We all hated it. We don't need to see it again. With these two women. We don't. Why do it? This is just ridiculous. Like, they're booking some of the worst shit of the year so far. 2 weeks out from WrestleMania. No Travis McKay. They don't need new writers. It's all fucking Vince McMahon. I have been told multiple times that the writers write some good shit. And then Vince reads it and goes, let's take out this. Let's take out this. Here's my idea. Write this. And then they rewrite it with Vince's idea instead of their idea. Trust me. I've been told so many times that is how every Monday and Friday go. That they write stuff, they pitch it in the production meeting. Vince goes over the script and goes, I don't like that, I don't like that, change that, rewrite that. And there have even been weeks when Vince didn't even have confidence in the fucking writing staff to rewrite it, so he and Bruce rewrote it themselves. So MVP approaches Ricochet in the back. Said he was glad to see Ricochet thinking like a businessman and taking them up on their offer. Ricochet said, I ain't taking you up on your offer. Said, I thought you guys were just full of it. That I wanted this match because I don't know if I'll ever get another. I don't know if I'll get another opportunity. And I want to beat somebody like Drew McIntyre. We then got some announcements for the. We got some announcements for the WrestleMania. Nope. Not WrestleMania stuff yet. We got announcements for the Hall of Fame. They said last week, Kane and Khali were announced. And this week, today, RVD was announced. First reported by Fox Sports. What they said. They said these 3 men will be joining Molly Holly and Eric Bischoff in the Hall of Fame. And my first thought was, what the hell happened to the video packages? Every year in the past, we get these just amazing video packages recapping the careers of the people going in the Hall of Fame. And we didn't get a single one this year. But here's something interesting about this year's Hall of Fame. So last year they announced the NWO going in, and a lot of people were like, why isn't Eric Bischoff going in with the NWO? He created the NWO. Well, according to X-Pac, he said that Bischoff was going to go into the Hall of Fame with the NWO because the plan was to actually end up surprising Bischoff with an induction as part of the NWO, but then plans got changed this year, and they said, you know what, we need names for 2021. Let's put Eric in by himself. With that, we got a, do I even need to say it? 2.5 minute match. 2.5 minute match between Drew McIntyre and Ricochet. McIntyre tossed Ricochet around the ring with ease until Ricochet mounted a brief comeback. McIntyre whipped him towards the barricade, but Ricochet balanced himself on top of it before hitting a drop kick. Ricochet missed a splash off the top, and McIntyre nailed a Claymore to pick up the victory. Then, out would come all by himself Mustafa Ali. He attacked McIntyre after the match until McIntyre tossed him out of the ring. McIntyre dared him to come back in and fight. And we got it. Drew McIntyre versus Ali. I didn't get a time for this one, but it wasn't long either. Match was underway when we came back from a break. Ali was targeting McIntyre's leg. Ali hit a splash to McIntyre's leg, which got him a 2. McIntyre came back with some great-looking suplexes. Ali sold them very well. That's why they look so great. All Ali. Ali then tried for a cutter, but McIntyre headbutted him right out of midair. Claymore kick, picked up the victory. Let me get our main event segment. McIntyre said, hey, no one's going to take me out. Lashley, just come out here and do the job yourself. And Lashley would walk out, and MVP's on commentary going, Bobby, what are you doing? Bobby, you're too close to Mania. Don't do this, Bobby. And Bobby Lashley's all ready to go. He's hyping himself up. He's at the top of the ramp, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, as Lashley is coming down to the ring after a bunch of commercials and stuff, Drew McIntyre is attacked by none other than Baron Corbin. As Byron Saxton says, it looks like your guys' bounty has extended all the way over to Friday Night SmackDown. Baron Corbin would then go on to attack the former WWE champion from behind. Corbin slammed McIntyre, but McIntyre did make a brief comeback with a suplex. McIntyre set up for a Claymore kick, but Corbin countered into a deep six. Lashley then put McIntyre down with a hurt lock as Corbin encouraged him to do it again. Lashley would put him in the hurt lock again as MVP would state, that is the hurt business. So is Lashley now part of the, or not Lashley, Corbin now part of the hurt business? Like, what the hell? Have they moved Baron Corbin to Monday Night Raw and paired him up with MVP and Bobby Lashley as part of the hurt business? If so, please take the King name off of him and make him just Baron Corbin again. But I don't know. That was Monday Night Raw. Pretty crappy episode of Monday Night Raw, if I do say so myself, as we check the polls. Whew. The polls do go with what I've been saying. As far as the Twitch poll does go, 57% said the show was just all right. 29% didn't like the show, and only 14% liked it. On the YouTube side, 36% liked tonight's Raw, 34% thought it was all right, and 28% did not like tonight's Monday Night Raw. But now I want to hear more from you guys. You can do so by texting in to 510-906-1341. We got a number of text messages here. Remember, that number is 510-906-1341. It is in the live chat, both Twitch and YouTube. Plus, it's scrolling right down here periodically throughout the show. First one says, really? A steel cage? Just feels so generic. Would have loved to see Hell in a Cell instead. That's what I said last week. I said this match is going to have some sort of a cage or something attached to it. And a steel cage match to me seems too small for Mania. Hell in a Cell seems like a big enough match for Mania. This one here says, in my opinion, the only lame parts of Raw were the Braun thing, the music video of Miz and John, and the game show. That was a good chunk of tonight's Raw. First says, who do you see going where after Mania? Honestly, I don't know. I don't even know if we're getting a shakeup, to be honest. And I've heard so many different pitches for WrestleMania that I have no clue what's coming after. First says, is Edge bringing back the old World Championship if he wins? I don't know, and I don't know where you would have heard or thought of that. I haven't heard anything about that. I mean, it'd be cool, but why? He's winning the Universal title, not the World Heavyweight title. If there's any update on the Viking Raiders, yeah, Ivar's still hurt. First says, even though Cedric and Shelton are banned from ringside, do you somehow see them possibly costing Lashley the WWE Championship match against McIntyre at WrestleMania or not? No, I don't. I do not at all. If anyone's going to be there, try and help, it's probably going to be Corbin. And I don't see Cedric, Shelton, they're done. For the most part, I believe. First says, do you think Sheamus beats Riddle at WrestleMania? Would have loved to see Keith Lee in the spot. I've heard they might turn him heel when he comes back. I don't know where you heard that, but I do know that Keith Lee is dealing with some issues that he cannot be there right now. I've heard that it's not COVID, it's something else, but there's some things that are keeping him away right now. He was actually supposed to win the U.S. title at the Elimination Chamber, but when he couldn't be at the Elimination Chamber, Riddle ended up winning the United States Championship. Riddle was not the plan. It was Keith Lee winning the title at Elimination Chamber. Something happened. We still don't know exactly what, but it's keeping Keith Lee away. So I assume maybe Sheamus wins the title at WrestleMania, holds on to it till Keith Lee can come back, and then Keith Lee beats Sheamus for the title. I can see that. First says, Do you know what the stage will be like, and do you know when Karrion Kross will be called to the main roster? I know Vince wants Karrion Kross. As far as what the stage will look like, no clue. Yesterday, they started prep on Raymond James Stadium as far as covering the field. I don't know when WWE's people gets in there, but it's got to be sometime this week because they're usually in the venue for a week and a half to 2 weeks setting up the stage. And this person, final text message says, with RVD going into the Hall of Fame, do you think John Cena could go in a few years since they were both starting around the same time? Bro, RVD started well before John Cena. RVD started wrestling in 1990 and joined ECW in 96, and even wrestled for WCW as early as 92. John Cena didn't start wrestling till like 2000. John Cena started training at UPW in Los Angeles in 1999. RVD's got a whole fucking decade on John Cena, basically. No, they did not start at the same time. But Cena will eventually go into the Hall of Fame, yes. But with that, guys, I want to say thank you for joining me here. Twitch.tv/PW Unlimited or over on YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Remember, follow us on social media. Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD. Follow us on Instagram by searching for Pro Wrestling Unlimited. And follow us on Twitter @PW Unlimited. Remember to also